And British boxer Anthony Joshua has been in a car accident near Lagos in which 2 people died. Nigerian authorities say Joshua sustained minor injuries and was taken to hospital. Police are still investigating the crash. The former heavyweight world champ has been spending time in Nigeria after a fight with boxer Jake Paul. DW's correspondent in Lagos, Lisa Chukuma, has more details about the crash.
Well, what do we know now, according to authorities, is that 2 of the people who died in that crash were male foreign nationals. That's what the authorities have confirmed. Earlier, it was confirmed that Anthony Joshua was part of that crash which happened on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, which involved a black SUV.
Excuse me. Why does it sound when people say that somebody's a foreign national, the first thing that pops in my head is a criminal or somebody that's doing something bad or something? And I know that's just from watching movies and stuff, but wonderful thought.
SUV and a stationary red commercial truck. Now, 5 people were confirmed in that crash, including Joshua, 2 confirmed dead, and the authorities now say that 2 of those who died are foreign male nationals.
Some authorities were pointing to speeding as a reason for the crash. What are you hearing?
Well, according to Nigeria's Federal Road Safety Corps, according to their preliminary findings, the vehicle was suspected to have gone beyond the speed limits, precise speed limits for the corridor, and while attempting a maneuver, crashed into the stationary truck on the side of the road. So that's the comments we're getting now from the authorities. Nigeria's Federal Road Safety Corps suspecting that the vehicle, the black SUV, which Anthony Joshua was at the back of, was speeding, according to early findings, they say.
And can you tell us anything about the road where this accident happened?
Now, this is the popular Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, which is quite common. It's a huge commuted place, not just for typical road users, but also for trucks, lorries, and many heavy-duty vehicles plow that road. And it's a popular one during this festive season because you have lots of families and people traveling to and through that road. And it's not uncommon to find accidents happening on that road, especially during the festive season, this period.
And before I let you go, tell us a little bit more about Joshua's connection to Nigeria.
Well, Anthony Joshua, as we know, was born in Watford in England, but he did have some growing up time and schooling time in Nigeria, in Shagamu, to be more precise, in southwest Nigeria. His family actually confirmed that he regularly visits Nigeria and was traveling to his hometown in southwest Nigeria, Shagamu. When he fights, we see the Union Jack flag alongside the Nigerian flag. When Anthony Joshua fights, he's often spoken so proudly about his Nigerian heritage, and his right shoulder, there's often a tattoo of an Africa flag with Nigeria map inscribed in there. So when it comes to Nigeria, Anthony Joshua is very proud of his heritage. He's often seen visiting the country, sometimes during the festive season. And sometimes when there's not the festive season, Anthony Joshua could be seen jogging in the streets of Lagos. So he's, saying hi to fans. So he's quite popular in these parts in Nigeria.
Thank you very much for the update. Lisa Chukuma in Lagos for us.
I mean, I believe that he is very popular there, and if memory serves me correctly, they said that his parents were from there as well. And, we have to understand to some degree that this man was worth, just had fought a fight that earned him $91 million. $91 million. So I understand that after you win, a fight like that, and it's very highly publicized, and you're extremely popular around the world, so you go home to visit the family. But who is driving? Who is driving this vehicle? Because we're gonna look at the video from Punch, the original video, and this is pretty much part of one of my main jobs is to view vehicles that have been in accidents and to determine to some degree how the accident happened. Let's check this out real quick. Hi guys, Car Concierge here. Do you want to make beautiful videos from your vehicle with a amazing dash cam. This is some of the video that I've gotten using the 4K dash cam that I use in my truck. It's amazing video, and it'll make amazing videos for you. Just go into my bio, click the link, and get you a nice dash cam, 4K dash cam for your vehicle today. First off, why cuz butt naked? Why cuz only got some shorts on? What's going on? Look, man. Maybe I'm super duper old school. Maybe it's extremely hot out there. But I saw this video, and most of the other people are fully dressed, you know, shirts and ties in some cases. Why is cuz butt naked though? Why cuz only got some shorts on? I mean, you know, what I think is that he's probably one of them cats that, you know what I'm saying, likes to floss his muscles. And he's back in Nigeria pretty much showing off that he didn't win this big old fight and flexing and showing off to the people and driving around and showing off. So I'm going to just take it as the reason he butt naked, because any other reason don't make no sense. Look at this vehicle. Y'all have to. Let's look at this. The whole side pillar of this vehicle has been torn off. The door is torn off. The fender is torn off. This is a massive accident. I mean, the gentleman who was driving this vehicle had to be going excessive speeds, and to state that he hit something, immobile object that wasn't going towards it, tells you that he was going, they had to be going over 100 miles per hour to hit a immobile object. Because standardly, if you hit an immobile object, no matter how you hit it, depending on the speed you're going, it should stop your vehicle from going. But what this tells us is that when this car hit that immobile object, it kept going to the point where it smashed in the front end of the vehicle, and it tore the side of the vehicle completely off to the pillars. That's crazy. Look at that damage. So you know people love him there. Do he know him? Oh, they put him in the police truck. Why is he naked? Why is bruh got some teeny tiny shorts on? Why is he naked? What is going on? What is you doing? How you getting that massive accident butt naked and not have no blood, no scratches, no nothing? Minor injuries, man. Something is not right about this story. Man, something ain't right about none of this. Look, all right. Couple things, okay? You know, if you're looking at that car, you're looking at all the excessive damage that was on that vehicle, the way the front end was smashed in, all the airbags that deployed. Both of the side doors have been completely torn off to the pillars. The roof has been torn off as well. That car had to be driving so fast. So fast. And for it to say that it hit a truck that wasn't moving. So, I mean, honestly, and of course, what we are hearing is that these foreign nationals, the dude called them, were his trainers. One of us is his strength trainer, and I think the other one was his manager or something like that. So the people that died in this accident were people that worked for Joshua. And there's so many questions that haven't been answered yet. So it's definitely going to be a situation where we have to come back to the story, because we have to establish who was driving. We have to establish if one of the people who died may have been driving, because that would make sense to some degree, because it seems like all the damage to the vehicle was in the front, and the fact that he was in the back of the car was the reason that he truly was saved. Because if you truly look at the pictures, it doesn't even look like the front seats are caved back towards him. When you first see the video, he's just sitting there. He's just sitting there. Doesn't look like his legs are pinned in. Doesn't look like there's any damage to the seats underneath him or anything like that. He's just sitting there. But it's still crazy that a car would have all that damage, and this dude does not look like he had a scratch on him. Butt ass naked, not a scratch on him. It's crazy. So it's gonna be we have to figure out how fast they were driving, who was driving the vehicle. If they were being chased in any way that would give reason for them to be driving extremely fast. How did the two men that were with him, how did they die? Is it blunt force trauma from the accident? Is it something else? Because it's truly sad, and prayers for the gentleman that had passed away, and prayers for Joshua. He had minor injuries, so let's hope he gets better. I mean, he got $91 million, so he got enough money to help him get better. And the fact that he just won this very publicized, excuse me, very publicized fight, and won all these millions of dollars. That in itself has to make you really look at this situation. What's going on? I understand going back to Nigeria to visit the parents, flossing a little bit because of the publicity of this massive fight. But, who was driving over 100 miles per hour in the African streets? Don't get me wrong. No, I'm not going to lie. I'm not the biggest fan of Africa. I don't even think I can go to Africa right now anymore. But, I've seen great things in Africa. I've seen their roads, and in some situations, been on their roads, and in some cases, Africa is Africa. It's not always the safest place. Safari and all. But let's face it, that whatever happened with Joshua, we have to understand that we just don't know enough. We need to figure out who was driving this vehicle, why they was driving so damn fast, and why they got these two gentlemen killed, these two foreign national gentlemen killed. So we're definitely going to do a part 2 to this, but prayers out to those gentlemen that died. Prayers out to Joshua. Hope he gets better. And let's we'll come back to this once we get a little bit more information. So I am Chris Surratt. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Car Concierge Show. Please hit the like, share, subscribe button. Hit me in the DMs if you have any questions, and I'm out. Peace.